guess who's back to whisper at you? It's me, Connor. I took a little break because I did the classic Connor thing of biting off way more than I could chew, and so I just couldn't fit this into my schedule. But I'm doing it now. I'm still biting. There's more chewing. How do I say it? I've still bit off more than I could chew, and I'm still trying to chew it. But I miss this. I miss doing the ASMR and chatting with you guys. And so I'm back, and I've got loads of ideas. Actually, I've started a little inspiration book where I'm writing all my ideas and stuff. So lots of ideas to come. I need to stop doing this because I know that it's probably annoying. I'm in my Beach Boy era with the Beach Boy off duty because I'm so pale. I'm like Casper the Friendly Ghost. But yes, it's summer, which is my time to thrive. So yes, sorry about the depressing background. The whole room that I'm in right now is a depressing scene. I've got on the sofa all stuff that's going to go to charity. 3 things hanging up with laundry on that I've washed and they're drying. I've got a Henry the Hoover that was my ex's. I've got a massive mirror hanging, like leaning against the wall, that's got a mark on it. I got it off my brother. I don't know what the mark is. And then the sofa is just full of my old stuff, some of my ex's stuff that's gone to the charity shop. Then I've got a box of memories, and then like a box over there with pictures and shit like that. So yeah, I'm in the process of trying to find somewhere to live. I am packing up this house slowly but surely, and I've been viewing apartments, none of which have taken my fancy. The last one that I viewed was actually pretty nice, but just too small. I need like 2 bedrooms at least. This was a 1-bedroom apartment, and the location was perfect. The location was where I wanted it, but it just wasn't great to get. Speaking of biting off more than I could chew, so I started doing the live ASMRs on TikTok instead of like doing videos here, because I thought, something new, and then I thought because doing like content for so long is really isolating, and I feel like all I was doing was like content, and then I was going to the gym, and then I was socialising like once a week, and then when I wasn't making content, I was thinking about content that I was going to make, and it was just like kind of I don't know, I just felt like I needed some sort of normality, and I'd had plans to go and start doing my performances again in a bar with my friend, and then the time came round and I just didn't feel like I was up for it, so I went and got a regular job, like a part-time customer service job, and that sort of served its purpose to sort of get me back into like a normal life. And then I recently, well, the last 2 months, I've been working at a club. My friend got in touch with me and was like, we want you at this club. So I was like, okay, I'm there. So I started that a couple of months ago, and it's like, there's pros and cons to it. The only cons really are that it's quite far away from me where I live, and I don't drive at the minute. I passed my test when I was like 17 because I had the opportunity to do it, I had the money to do it, and I just knew that I would need my driving licence at some point. I've never really wanted to be a driver. Like most people, as soon as they're old enough want to drive. I feel like some people are drivers and some people just like have no interest in it. Let me show you the outfit actually, because I felt like I don't really know if it's given Beach Boy vibes or is it given I don't know, like mismatched. Anyways, I'm on the waiting list for ADHD. This is why I can't stay on subject. What was I on about? So yeah, need to get a car to get about, but at the minute I'm okay with public transit. I'm okay with like giving my friends money or my family money to take me places. I have to get the train there, work, and then I don't really get finished till about 3 in the morning, so I've been having to get hotels, and I've had, let me tell you, some experiences. So I'm always, when it comes to like travelling hotels, unless it's like a holiday, I always book it last minute while I'm on the way there. Like, I can be on the way to the train station, I'm not booking that train until I'm about to get out the car and go into the station. I don't know what it is, it's just, if I pre-book it, then I'm stressed all day. I could be getting the train at 8 o'clock at night. I am stressed from the minute I wake up thinking I need to catch this train. So yeah, there's been times when the reliable hotels that I know are decent have been sold out. I've had to stay elsewhere. Right, I'm not dissing like budget accommodation, but like sometimes it's just taking the absolute piss. Like, there's one place that I went and stayed at, I'm not going to say the name of it or anything. I walked in there and was absolutely assaulted in the membranes by the smell of wet dogs, the smell of weed, the smell of just like fags, BO. And I was due to start work in like half an hour, so I was like, I just need to get up to my room, grin and bear it, jump in the shower with my shoes still on probably because it was that dirty, and get to work. And then by the time I get in from work, I'm just going to want to fall asleep. I'm not really going to be bothered about the fact that the place stinks, you know. While I was walking around in there, I could feel the dust going inside my body, and I could feel it on my skin. Anyways, so I went to my room. I was like, this is disgusting. There was fag burns on the curtains. There was layers and layers and layers and layers of dust and filth. I was like, I checked the bed. The bed was actually, it looked like pretty clean, and I laid on it and it was like, okay, I could have slept in that. So I was like, right, let's go and look at the shower room, because it was like £30 a night. The other place that I've stayed before, I could have got like a really nice hotel for like £35 a night, but like I said, it was sold out. So I went, the shower room was separate. It wasn't an ensuite room, it was a communal shower, which, like, I've used the communal showers at the gym before, so I thought, fuck it, like, you know, it's just somewhere to get washed, somewhere to sleep. So I went and looked in one shower room. There's not a chance I could have showered in there. There's not a fucking chance I could have showered. It was like thick orange grime all the way up the glass, like shower door thing, all the way up it like that, around the edges, and the bottom was like thick orange. But there was like personal belongings in there, like a set of drawers with bits and bobs in. So I was like, maybe this is not actually what I'm supposed to be using. So I'm looking around and I see a door that says fire door keep shut. So I push the door, and this was actually it looked like a brand spanking new shower room. Shower was clean. There was like one hair in there, which I could have dealt with. The shower was clean, right? So I was like, okay, perfect. This is where I'm going to shower. So I went back to my room and I sat down on the bed. I think I was like plugging my phone on charge or something, and I was like, what am I looking for in here? Like, I knew that I needed something. I couldn't think of what it was. So I was like looking around, and then I was like, there's no fucking towel in the room. So I got on Booking.com, I messaged the guy and I was like, there's no towel in the room. He was like, yeah, we don't provide them. I was like, this is the last straw. Like, that would mean I would have to go to the shop, buy a towel, use it, and then be covered in the fluff off the towel. This has made me sound like such a fucking snob. I'm really not, but like, after a long day of work, work to then be going on to my second job of the day and not a fucking towel. So I messaged him. I was like, if I don't stay tonight, like, can I get a refund? He was like, yeah, sound. So I picked somewhere else and that was fine. Last weekend though was a bit of a one of them, because I went to the hotel. The hotel is really nice, and it's cheap. It's cheap and cheerful, but it's really nice. It's spotless clean. Not much more than the one that I was just on about there. Spotlessly clean. It smells like lovely food, and there's always hot water, you know, like everything you need in a hotel. The bed's perfect, everything. This fucking fly was in the room, and like, I was laid on the bed. I just got off the train and like power walked there. I was laid on the bed for a minute, like on my phone, and then this fly was buzzing around, and I was just like, oh, hopefully it'll fuck off and like fly out the window by the time I'm back home tonight after I've been to work. Lo and behold, I get in from work, right, this massive fly, and I'm talking literally like massive, was buzzing around my head all night, throughout the night, and waking me up like every hour. So anyway, yeah, whatever, you know, it's a fly, like, that's what they do. But I jumped up out of bed and I went to the toilet. I was stood at the toilet, and the fly flew into my face, right? Like, started off my face like that. I like moved, pissed on the floor, on the tiles. Slipped over in the piss on the floor and fell on the floor, and had a massive bruise on my hip because of the fly. So anyway, I get in the shower. I was in a rush. Get in the shower. While I'm in the shower, the fly's in the shower with me. I'm not about killing them, so I kept like trying to shoo it out the shower. It didn't go. It stayed in the shower with me the whole time. At this point, this fly is like obsessed with me. Obsessed. I'm starting to question whether it's like latex in my ear during the night or whatever. My ear did feel a bit funny. I don't know if that was just placebo or what, but I was thinking this fly's trying to have babies with me, one way or another, you know. Anyway, I went to work, and when I came back, like hours and hours, like a full day later, because like I do 2 jobs in one day, the fly was still there, but it was just chilling on the windowsill. So I got a cup and I put it out the window. Anyway, boring anecdote. Yeah, so I'm working in the club and really enjoying it, and we just finished our show. We do a different show every month, so that's cute. So now that I'm back doing YouTube and all that, I'm also going to start doing custom videos again. So I still get requests for custom videos. The way to do it is in my link down below in the description. There's a little form on there. You just put your requests, so say like what type of video you would like, what sort of roleplay, whatever. Even if you just want me to like talk about a certain topic or something in ASMR style, I can do that definitely. I've never had a request for that before, like just talk about this or read me a chapter of a book or something like that, but I could definitely do that. Yeah, the videos I usually do 10 minutes or 20 minutes or 15 minutes, so the price depends. So tell me your idea if you would like one, and I'll get back to you with a price. Yeah, so the requests that I've got so far, I'm like still in talks with people about price and what they want and stuff like that. So once I've done them, I'll be able to get to some of the requests. But going forward on this channel now, I've decided that I want to do spooky ASMR. Now, whether this is something that you're interested in or not, I'm going to try and do things that are not spooky as well, just to sort of like make sure everyone's entertained. But I really like spooky things. I like, they just, yeah, like at the gym at the minute I listen to haunted hotels, and like me and my friend in college used to, on break times and dinner time, sometimes we used to lie on the floor in the music room with the lights off and listen to creepypasta. Like, I don't know what it is about spooky stuff, it really brings me comfort, and it brings my mum comfort as well. She loves spooky stuff. If I am ever feeling down or depressed, or like I just need a hug, I will put on, the other night was sewing something, like stitching something, one of my outfits for the show or whatever, and I was listening to Haunted Hotels, and she was talking about like this, she'd had like a bad birthing experience, and one of the nurses had told her to, as I'm saying this, there's an orb going past, it might just be dust, I don't know. One of the nurses had told her when she was coughing, because she'd had an operation on her belly, when she was coughing, press a pillow into her stomach. And anyway, later on it turns out that it was not a nurse, it was somebody who died there and it expired. She'd come back as a ghost to help this lady who just had the bad birth. Anyway, I was listening to that and I heard a door down here. I was upstairs in the bedroom. I heard a door click shut. Like, these doors don't just click shut on their own with a bit of wind. This is what it sounds like. Listen. The doors are like hollow, like cardboard wood stuff. Really thin, really light, but doesn't matter how much wind there is, they do not click shut on their own. I heard the door click shut, and I just sat on my bed and I was just like, I can't remember the last time I saw a horror film that I couldn't go to sleep straight after. I'll just happily sit and watch horror films home alone. It doesn't scare me, it brings me comfort. I like it, so I would like to start doing spooky ASMR. And the club where I work now, I go in there for rehearsals during the day, and it is so haunted. There's like the basement where we all get ready, the dressing room and the toilets, and then there's the club on the ground floor, and then one floor up there's a big it used to be another floor of the club, but it's not open anymore, and then there's another floor, and they're all haunted. So maybe explore that or something. I don't know, it really I really enjoy stuff like that. If you ever want to like take me out on a date and win me over, take me to a ghost hunt. Like, I want to be the new Yvette Fielding of spooky ASMR. Yeah, and I'm still taking requests, so if you've got any ideas that you would like me to do, comment down below. I would like to do a small segment on mental health, because I am somebody who has struggled for years and years with different symptoms, thinking that there was something very wrong with me that only I had. I would have certain thoughts and certain feelings, and I would mention them to people like my friends and my family, and they would be like, what you on about? Like, for example, I had heart anxiety, health anxiety, whatever. I was 19 stone at one point, and I remember somebody saying to me, you're going to end up having a heart attack if you get any fatter. From that moment, that was my first real panic attack. My whole body just went, because I had my hand on my chest like that, trying to feel my heartbeat. I had my whole body went pins and needles, and I was like, what the hell, I'm dying. So my dad had to come and take me to the hospital because I thought I was having a heart attack. It was that intense. Like, I genuinely thought I was dying. From that moment forward, I was just always hand on my chest, or like fingers in here checking my heart, and I felt like my heart was beating out my chest, and it went on for like years. And I remember I would say to people like, my heart is beating out my chest, feel it, and they'd be like, there's nothing wrong with you, and I'd be like, it wouldn't be reassuring that they were saying there's nothing wrong with you. It would make me feel like, oh my god, no one believes me, like no one's listening to me, and it just made me feel like I was alone in this feeling that I was having. That's just one example. There's been so many other things that now I've learned are so normal for people with certain things. Like, I've got OCD. Well, I know I've got OCD, but I'm on the waiting list to find out that I definitely have OCD and ADHD. Like, not being able to focus and concentrate on things, not being able to sit still. Like, right now my legs go on, like my hand's doing this, like I feel like I want to get up and do something. Yeah, I just wanted to say, like, if you ever have certain thoughts and feelings about things, just know that there's somebody else out there who also has been having them. There was a thing that I used to do when I was a kid, and I told so many people about it. Do you know, like, when you're just like talking to your friends at school about, like, oh, do you know when you do this, and everyone's like, yeah, I do that. I mentioned it to people in that sort of like context, where if I was driving in the car when I was a kid, I'd be like, if we don't get to that lamppost in 10 seconds, like, something bad's gonna happen. I was like, oh, like, you know when you do this, and everyone was like, no, why would you do that? I've now found out that that's an OCD thing, and yeah, honestly, TikTok has taught me a lot about things and made me feel so normal. So yeah, like, if you think you've got something, just go and get on a waiting list for it and do a bit of research into it and stuff like that. I used to be really bad for googling things and then being like, right, I've got days to live. I was at the doctor's every other day. Nobody ever told me you've got a health anxiety because you found a red mark on your leg and you think your leg's gonna fall off. Like, nobody actually said you've got health anxiety. They just always told me there's nothing wrong with you. And I went and did a certain type of counselling one time, and it was because I was checking for lumps everywhere all the time, in my neck, in like my chest, down below like my legs, stomach, everything, because there was posters everywhere at the time saying check for lumps regularly. So that's what I was doing. I was finding lumps and I was going to the doctors and they would check them and say, oh, it's just a cyst or whatever. And I went to counselling, and I'll never forget this. I'd seen this guy 3 or 4 times to do like a certain type of counselling, and one of the times he was like, going, like, checking for lumps all the times, kind of like, you know, he said, like, your situation is kind of like if you've got a fear of spiders and you go into a house looking for a spider, most of the time you're going to find one. And I was just like, yeah, but a spider's not going to multiply inside my body and kill me one day, is it? It's not the same. So I walked out, and then I got just a different type of talking therapies, and that was great. Like, that was so good. That helped. So even if you try therapy and it doesn't work out for you, try a different type of therapy, because there's different types of therapy for every situation. So yeah, just a little bit of hope if you are going through something rough at the minute, because I've definitely been there many a time in one's life. So yeah, yeah, I think that's all I've got to say right now. But I have missed you, and I'm back to do ASMR for you. So let me know your requests. The link will be down below to request a video if you would like one. Let me know in the comments if you've got any videos that you are burning for me to do. My most requested request is a small person roleplay. So that's going to be in the cards, but not until I've done my few ideas that I've got in my head right now. So yeah, let me know, and I'll see you in the next video. Love you, bye.